Magic 8 Ball, let us know. Does personality actually matter if you are quote unquote ugly? And what is ugly? Is ugly subjective? Is it just these certain type of criteria that you must meet in order to be considered societally ugly? What does this question really kind of mean, or this statement? And rather, just to go beyond this, in the manosphere space and in the online dating world with men, we are always constantly asking ourselves, what matters? What will make a girl like me? Does bank account matter? Does 500 versus 200K matter in my bank account versus what about height? I'm 5'8", but does height matter? Because she needs 6 feet. Or maybe it's not height. Maybe it's my facial structure. Does facial structure matter? Now it's my personality. Does my personality matter? And it's all these things, all these arbitrary things. We keep asking ourselves, do they matter? As if there's some magic button. There's no magic button that kind of overrides the complexities and the nuances that go into forming a stable human connection in a disconnected day and age. There's no magic button for that. So unfortunately, I don't care what the Magic 8 Ball has to say. I just care about the parts of ourselves that feel as though we're not enough. Just as we are, we're not enough for women. When did we start getting the ideas in our brain? Think back to when you were a child, perhaps. When did we start getting these ideas infiltrated into our psyche that you need to be and act a certain type of way to receive love? And hey, have I not been there myself? In a different but very relatable way, I too have also felt unlovable for so many reasons. When I was in high school, I was very disheveled. In fact, I used to work at a golf company in high school, and I remember my boss literally telling me, you look disheveled, right? Like I had an addiction to binging food and trying to figure out ways how to lose what I just binged, and I was just at such odds with myself. And then you finally get it together, and then you think everybody's gonna like you, but it's not like the world changes. But a lot of times when we have this present idea in our mind, the idea can hold so strong when we live in a sick culture, the sick culture that cares so much about what it is that you look like. We are always turning to the outside world, to outside things such as our looks, to see if we're deserving of human connection. And I cannot even tell you, I have been there myself. This is not new to me. This does not surprise me the way that we think. However, is this really the best approach when it comes to dating? Truth be told, look at this internet space in general. Do you think that just finding a stylist and a style change is going to change the world? I mean, perhaps it'll change an aspect of your reality. Perhaps it'll make you feel better, and those things are important, and I'm not trying to take from that. But really, what I'm trying to hone in on is the part of yourself that believes that whoever you are right now, just the way you are, is not good enough for women. It's important to take care of yourself, right? It's important to extend that love of self-care to yourself, because if you can't extend that love to yourself, it's going to be hard to extend it to others. But we kind of forget sometimes in reality just how disconnected we can be from ourselves and our own bodies, and how hard that can be, and how much we can hate on ourselves. It wasn't until I finally started getting into the world of social work and helping kids and helping people and helping you guys that I finally started to see value in myself. It's really insane, but when you are in a very depressed place, you don't even care about yourself. You don't take care of yourself. I was in such a depressed place for such a long time, I didn't even realize that I wasn't even meeting my survival needs to take care of myself. I couldn't even care about that because I saw no value for me being a person and the place in this world. I saw no value for that. Truth be told, when you start helping people, it provides you with a sense of value. That's the quickest way. Does personality really matter? Does looks really matter? Does your bank account really matter? Does your height really matter? When you actually provide something like helping people out in this world, if you can find that within yourself, that may be the trajectory or the climb to help others, but you first have to heal within yourself. And a lot of you guys don't even think healing is possible yet. And this is a burden that many men in our society carry, because from a very young age, you are taught not to feel your emotions, and you are taught that your emotions are bad. So you shove them down, you disconnect, they get somewhere lost in the mind, and the mind is the body. So they get somewhere lost in the body and in the mind, and before you know it, you're no longer healed. But that's not your fault. You were just doing what you had to do to survive. For a very long time, I lived my life in such a irresponsible way, but I don't say that with a negative connotation. I just say that as I lived my life in such a way that I saw no value for me being here and being on this planet. And that within and of itself can be very difficult. We live in a sick culture, and you are not alone for being alone, but begin to imagine a world where you can extend helping energy and healing energy to other people. I promise you guys, when you start viewing reality from this sort of gratitude, grateful, giving kind of place, you'll start to reestablish that sense of love and that sense of value, to where you don't have to question if the bank account or if the look or if the jawline or if this or if the personality or if that is good enough. I mean, quite literally, what are we supposed to do? Start taking better personality pills? Or rather, is there something so profound to the idea of getting in touch with our emotions again, which can be one of the hardest things you'll ever do, but it'll be the very first step for you to take this climb in this healing. So you no longer feel this type of way about existence being this futile experience that you don't have to care about. One day you will get yourself back. And that all begins with seeking out help and seeking out healing. And then once you get to a better place, you'll be able to heal others. But we live in this broken, traumatized, very superficial world. So you are not alone if somewhere your mind became infiltrated with the idea that you're not enough, because I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. But I promise you, if you're on my channel, this means that you're different. It means that you're unique. And it does mean that you are enough. I'll see you guys in a later YouTube video.